Yes, welcome back. Welcome back to EDUHUNT IIT Foundation classes. This is Sukumar, your chemistry mentor. See, we are in 6th class Foundation Chemistry. The chapter name is Elements, Symbols, Ions and Formulae. Symbols of elements, ions and formulae. And in the previous video, I explained you what is an ion and what are the types of ions like cation and anion. And what is cation, how it is formed, and what are the examples? What is anion, how it is formed, and what are the examples? Okay, we completed that part. Now, in this particular video, we are going to enter into very crucial topic, very important topic to understand the topics or future topics in chemistry. Okay, very important concept called, let me explain, valency. See, valency, very important. Okay, I am saying it so many times. You have to realize this. Why the sir is saying? Why sir is saying this many times? Okay, you have to understand valency. See, there is another name to the valency called combining capacity. Combining capacity. Okay, combining. So compare it to this term. This is easily understandable, right? Yes, combining capacity. Now it is talking about, right? What this term? This is talking about some capacity. What capacity? Combining capacity. Now what is combining? See, in chemistry, you will see molecules or ions. For example, you take CO2. Okay. Here what happened? We already covered that symbols topic. There is by looking at the symbols in the molecule, there is two types of symbols. One is carbon and there is oxygen, right? So one carbon atom, two oxygen atoms. By looking at this, it is easily understandable that one carbon atom combined with two oxygen atoms, right? One carbon atom combined with two oxygen atoms. Okay, fine, sir. That means carbon atom and oxygen atom are combined in what ratio? 1:2 ratio. Okay, fine. Now, you will see in some other place, okay, you can see another molecule like CO, right? In some other cases, you can see CCl4. Okay, you can see some examples like CH4. See here, carbon has combined with oxygen, but in 1:1 ratio. One carbon atom combined with one oxygen atom. Here, one carbon atom combined with two oxygen atoms. There, one carbon atom combined with four chlorine atoms. One carbon atom combined with four. Okay, sir, we can see that, sir. Yes, sir. But the question is, let us take this as an example, or anything you can take. I am taking this. Okay. My question is, why carbon combined with only 4 chlorine atoms? Why not 5 chlorine? Why not 1 chlorine? Why not 2 chlorine? Yes, that is, you can ask that kind of question, right? Why one carbon combined with 4 chlorine? Why not 4 carbon combined with 4 chlorine? Why not 1 chlorine combined with 4 carbon? Right? Yes. Yeah. This is a question, right? Similarly here also. Why 1 carbon combined with 4 hydrogens? Why not 1 hydrogen combined with 4 carbons? So this is a very valid question. So the answer to this question is every atom has some capacity to combine, has some combining capacity. every atom, whether it is carbon atom or hydrogen atom or any element atom, if you take an atom has a particular capacity to combine with others. So, okay, by looking at this, what you can understand? Carbon has a capacity to combine with 4-chlorine, okay? Or looking at this, what you understand? Carbon has a capacity to combine with 4-hydrogen. Or, this is a odd thing, okay, keep it side. I'll explain with these two examples. I'll explain CO later, okay? Yes. Now star, okay. By looking at these three, what you can understand? Carbon has a capacity to combine with 4-hydrogen. Carbon has a capacity to combine with 4-chlorine. Carbon has a capacity to combine with 2-oxygen, right? So, it has a capacity like that. So, carbon has a capacity to combine. Carbon is an element and it has an atom, carbon atom. Carbon atom has a particular capacity to combine with other atoms. So, how can we define this? Every atom has a every atom has some combining capacity. Okay, combining capacity, otherwise called valency. Okay, valency. Yes. Okay, sir. You are saying, sir, you can ask me like that. Sir, you are saying every atom has a combining capacity. Okay, every atom has a combining capacity. An atom will combine with other atom according to that capacity. An atom combines with other atom according to that capacity. Okay, sir, fine, sir. But how do we know? How do we know? How do we know the valency? Okay, of a particular atom. Okay, yes, this is the basic. These three are the basic examples to understand that. How do we know? How can we determine an atom having particular combining capacity? Yes. So, valency or combining capacity. Let me define that. Valency is equal to number of hydrogen atoms, or see, because see, carbon combined with 4-hydrogen, carbon combined with 4-chlorine. So we can understand number of hydrogen atoms or number of okay, NO dot I am writing. Number of chlorine atoms or double the number of oxygen atoms to which a particular atom is combined. Okay, simply how to determine the combining capacity, or how can we understand the combining capacity of an atom? See, this is a carbon. How many hydrogen atoms it combined? 4. So the combining capacity of carbon is 4. Or carbon combined with how many chlorines? The combining capacity of carbon is 4 because it combined with 4 chlorines. But double the number of oxygen atoms. Here carbon combined with 2 oxygens. So the combining capacity is into 2. 2 into 2. 4. So in any way, carbon has that same combining capacity. But in any compound, generally, if it is combined with hydrogen, if it is combined with oxygen, if it is combined with chlorine, we can generally understand its combining capacity. Okay. See, for suppose. So in this way, by looking at the number of hydrogen atoms a particular atom combined, the number of hydrogen atoms with which a particular atom combined, or the number of chlorine atoms with which a particular atom combined, or the double the number of oxygen atoms with which a particular atom combined, we can determine the combining capacity or the valency of a particular atom. అంటే valency అంటే combining capacity. ఒక atomకి మరో atomతో కంబైన్ అయ్యే కెపాసిటీ ఎంత ఉందో తెలుసుకోవడానికి మనం ఏం చేయొచ్చు ఫండమెంటల్గా ఆ యాటమ్, ఇప్పుడు కార్బన్ ఉంది, కార్బన్కి ఎదురుగా ఉన్న యాటమ్తో కంబైన్ అయ్యే కెపాసిటీ ఎంత ఉందో తెలియాలి మనకి. సో దానికి ఫండమెంటల్గా ఒక బేసిక్ లెవెల్లో మనం ఎట్లా తెలుసుకోవచ్చు, ఆ యాటమ్ ఎన్ని హైడ్రోజన్ యాటమ్స్తో కంబైన్ అవ్వగలదు. 4 హైడ్రోజన్ యాటమ్స్తో కంబైన్ అవ్వగలదు అనుకోండి, దాని కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ 4. లేదు, ఆ యాటమ్ ఎన్ని క్లోరిన్ యాటమ్స్తో కంబైన్ అవ్వగలదు, ఎన్ని క్లోరిన్ యాటమ్స్తో కంబైన్ అవ్వగలదో తెలుసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, అది కూడా దాని కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ. లేదా అది ఎన్ని ఆక్సిజన్ యాటమ్స్తో కంబైన్ అవ్వగలదు, దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకుని కూడా మనం కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ చెప్పొచ్చు. ఓకే, సో దట్స్ ఇట్. ఓకేనా. బట్ దిస్ వే ఆఫ్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ద కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఆర్ యాటమ్ ఈజ్ వెరీ బేసిక్ వన్. ఓకేనా. ఈ క్లాస్ తర్వాత మనం మోడర్న్ కాన్సెప్ట్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎంటర్ ఇన్ టు సమ్ మోడర్న్ కాన్సెప్ట్ టు డిటర్మైన్ ద కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఆఫ్ అన్ యాటమ్. బట్ ఇది ఒక ఫండమెంటల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అనమాట. అంటే ఒక యాటమ్కి కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ అంటే వ్యాలెన్సీ ఎంత ఉందో తెలుసుకోవడానికి ఆ యాటమ్ ఎన్ని హైడ్రోజన్స్తో బాండ్ అవ్వగలదు, లేదా మళ్ళీ చెప్తున్నాను చూడండి, ఆ యాటమ్ ఎన్ని క్లోరిన్స్తో బాండ్ అవ్వగలదు, లేదా ఆ యాటమ్ డబుల్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఆక్సిజన్ యాటమ్స్. ఓకేనా. అది ఎన్ని ఆక్సిజన్ యాటమ్స్తో కంబైన్ అవ్వగలదో తెలుసుకుని దానికి డబుల్ చేస్తే కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఓకేనా. ఇట్స్ ఎ వెరీ బేసిక్ అండ్ ఫండమెంటల్ వే ఆఫ్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ. ఐ టోల్డ్ యూ ఆల్రెడీ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎంటర్ ఇన్ టు మోడర్న్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆల్సో. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ దీన్ని బాగా అర్థం చేసుకుందాం. ఓకేనా. ఎస్, ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ నేను చెప్పింది, ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ ఏదైతే చెప్పానో అది డెఫినేషన్ రూపంలో రాస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, వ్యాలెన్సీ మే బీ డిఫైన్డ్ యాజ్ ఎ కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఆఫ్ అన్ ఎలిమెంట్ ఆర్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఒక ఎలిమెంట్ ఆర్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్, అక్కడికి డెఫినేషన్ అయిపోయింది, జాగ్రత్తగా చూడండి. వ్యాలెన్సీ మే బీ డిఫైన్డ్ యాజ్ ద కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్ అయిపోయింది. కానీ దాన్ని ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఎలా చేస్తున్నారు, ఎట్లా అర్థం చేసుకోవచ్చు, ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హైడ్రోజన్ యాటమ్స్ ఆర్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ chlorine atoms or double the number of oxygen atoms with which one atom of element combines. ఆల్రెడీ మనం మాట్లాడుకున్నాం. కొన్ని ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ చూడండి. ఇప్పుడు HCl ఉంది, HCl. ఓకేనా. క్లోరిన్ ఒక హైడ్రోజన్తో కంబైన్ అయింది కదా, సో క్లోరిన్ కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ 1. లేదా హైడ్రోజన్ ఒక క్లోరిన్తో కంబైన్ అయింది కదా, అలా చూసుకుంటే హైడ్రోజన్ కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ కూడా 1. అవునా. సో ద వ్యాలెన్సీ ఆఫ్ క్లోరిన్ 1. అలా ఇక్కడ చూడండి, H2O చూడండి, ఒక ఆక్సిజన్ 2 హైడ్రోజన్స్తో కంబైన్ అయింది, రైట్. హియర్ 1 ఆక్సిజన్ కంబైన్ విత్ 2 హైడ్రోజన్, సో ద కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఆఫ్ ఆక్సిజన్ ఈజ్ 2. అలాగే NH3, 1 నైట్రోజన్ ఆటమ్ కంబైన్ విత్ 3 హైడ్రోజన్ ఆటమ్స్, సో ద కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఆఫ్ నైట్రోజన్ ఈజ్, చెప్పండి, కంబైనింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఆఫ్ నైట్రోజన్ ఈజ్ 3. ఓకేనా. ఎస్. 1 atom of carbon combines with 4 atoms of hydrogen. ఇదే CH4. ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పుకున్నాం మనం, CH4. Here the combining capacity of carbon is 4 because the carbon combined with 4 hydrogen atoms. Okay, the valency of carbon is 4. I hope you notice that I am using valency instead of combining capacity or combining capacity instead of valency. Both are same. Simply valency means combining capacity. Okay. See, in ethane, so let me get into some more complex molecule. In ethane, okay, you don't know the structure, maybe you don't know the structure, I draw the structure for you. Okay, in the future upcoming classes you will be able to draw the structure of the molecule by just looking at the formula like this. Okay, I will teach you, I will train you in such a way so that you can simply draw the structure from looking at the formula, by looking at the formula. Okay, for now I am drawing the structure for you. Okay, look at the structure. What is the combining capacity of carbon there? What is combining capacity in basic way? Combining capacity is equal to number of hydrogen atoms it combined, or chlorine atoms it combined, or the number of double the number of oxygen atoms it combined. Now only 3 hydrogens it combined. The capacity of this carbon is 3 only, right? Simply C2H4. C2H4. I am drawing structure for you. You don't bother about, or you don't feel like, sir, how can we draw the structure, sir? In this chapter questions, we will give you the structure, okay? Yes, so fine. Now, simply you can understand in such a way like, see, 2 carbons combined with 4 hydrogens. Then 1 carbon combined with how much? 2 hydrogens. So, in this way, you don't even need to draw the structure also, right? Here also, 2 carbons combined with 6 hydrogen. Then 1 carbon combined with 3 hydrogen. So 1 carbon combined with 3 hydrogen. So valency is 3. Here 2 carbon combined with 4 hydrogen. Then 1 carbon combined with 2 hydrogen. Valency of carbon here is 2. Here also 2 carbon combined with 2 hydrogen, C2H2. Then 1 carbon combined with 1 hydrogen. Valency of carbon here is 1 according to the concept I told you. Okay. So in the above compounds, we got that valency of carbon is 4, 2, 3, 2 and 1. But we know that valency of carbon is always 4. So the above definition is not perfect. So there is a need to define the concept of valency very clearly. So are you getting? In the previous concept, what I told you? Previous concept I told you the number of carbon atoms, the number of hydrogen atoms with an atom combined, or the number of chlorine atoms, or the double the number of oxygen atoms with which an atom combines is the combining capacity. According to that, in the previous examples, we got combining capacity of carbon is 4, right? Okay, but if you follow this rule strictly, in these 3 examples, in C2H4, C2H6, C2H4 and C2H2, we followed the rule strictly. Here carbon combined with 3 hydrogen, then we have given the combining capacity value 3, valency 3. And if the carbon combines with 2 hydrogen, we have given combining capacity 2. If the carbon combines with 1 hydrogen, we have given. So by this what? In every compound, different combining capacity is coming for carbon. We know that carbon has combining capacity 4. Previously I determined. So the point is, as I told you, the definition, the previous definition I told you is a very basic level definition, very fundamental level definition. It needed to be upgraded. So as I told you, in the next class, we are going to enter into the modern concept of defining the valency or combining capacity. Okay, I hope you understand this basic model of this basic concept of determining valency. But in the next class, we are going to define the valency or combining capacity in a modern way. Okay, thank you.